So one of the things Donald Trump talked a lot about on the campaign trail was pardoning the January 6th insurrectionists. And he would talk about, we're going to pardon them, they're political prisoners, and so forth and so on, right? But when he was pressed on this, he would often say, well, some of them did some violent things, some of them committed some real crimes, so we're not going to pardon them. But we are going to pardon the ones who just walked through or were there for the protest or did peaceful things. Well, Marjorie Taylor Green weighed in on this today, and she kind of gave away the playbook because she said that regardless of what they did on January 6th, they're going to pardon all of the January 6th insurrectionists.
One thing he said on the campaign trail is he believes that he's going to pardon all the January 6th defendants. Have you talked to him about that, and what do you expect they'll do there?
Absolutely. I think January 6th defendants should be pardoned.
Absolutely, you've talked to him?
In the past I have. I haven't talked to him in the past week on it. But yes, this is something that I've spoken with him a lot on. He said it openly on the campaign trail. He will pardon January 6th defendants. Antifa, over 95% of them were never prosecuted. BLM rioters were bailed out of jail thanks to Kamala Harris and Ilhan Omar and others. And they were prosecuted. January 6th defendants definitely should be pardoned.
Do you think you can pardon all of them?
I certainly hope so. I think they should all be pardoned. They've been serving, many of them have been serving time in prison even before they were found guilty of these. A lot of these are ridiculous charges.
But even the severity of the charges, you think that all of them should be?
Well, let's go through this. They didn't kill anybody. The only people that were killed were Ashley Babbitt and a few other protesters there that day. They didn't rape anybody. They didn't kill anyone. They didn't kill Laken Riley. They didn't kill any other Americans like all these illegals that Joe Biden and Kamala Harris led in the country. They didn't sell fentanyl across the country. They came in protesting the election, and some of them caused damage to the Capitol. Some of them fought Capitol Police. That's exactly what Antifa and BLM rioters did every single night in 2020. It's time to pardon these people. The federal government was politically weaponized against them. It's a complete political bias to prosecute January 6th protesters and rioters, but never go after Antifa and BLM.
And here she goes with the whataboutisms, the two-tier justice system, and frankly, the blatant lies. There were Antifa people and BLM people who were arrested and convicted when they did things that were either violent or rioted or caused damage to properties. Kamala Harris did not bail anyone out. Ilhan Omar did not bail anyone out. They basically promoted a fund that was put together to bail people out who had not done things that were violent or damage to any properties. So that is a blatant lie. She is lying about, Antifa people and BLM people not being arrested and not being prosecuted. And she's lying about Kamala Harris and Ilhan Omar bailing people out. But here's the thing I would have asked her. So you're telling me if there's video of someone assaulting a police officer, you still think they should be bailed out? Ask her point blank those questions instead of beating around the bush. And then she even kind of said, some of them did some violent things. Some of them fought with police officers, but we should pardon them anyway. And this shows again the lack of intellect that Marjorie Taylor Green has, because she starts talking about things like they didn't kill Laken Riley. They didn't, sell fentanyl like these. She always wants to pull out things about black people and brown people. That's why she brings up BLM, and that's why she brings up any type of crime that was committed by any migrant who came across the border. And the worst part about this really is that she's basically saying, because she thinks these people weren't convicted of crimes, these people shouldn't either. And it's basically, let's be real here. Let's just put it all out there. It is because they are white men. That is why she is saying this. Because if you said the same thing, this white man over here wasn't convicted of rape, so this black man here shouldn't be convicted of rape, she would never go along with that. She is saying this because she is a racist person who always wants to demonize black and brown people. Marjorie Taylor Green is not intelligent. Marjorie Taylor Green is not a genuine person. She is being disingenuous. She is being ignorant, and she is 100% being racist when she makes these statements. And it is unbelievable that we're at a time now that we elected Donald Trump, who himself has his own legal issues. He is now making Matt Gaetz his attorney general, who himself has his own legal issues. And these people won't be held accountable for their own crimes, but they're going to be trying to hold other people accountable for theirs. And then at the same time, letting people out of jail because they look like them. That is it. End of story, period.
Don't want no enemies or ops. Envy in they heart, I tell them stop. Vacation on the yacht.